Part 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TMM podcast, CES edition this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will be discussing all things that have sparked our interests at CES. Well, of course, not Tom's, because he didn't even know what was going on.
They don't need to know that.
They do now.
For all they knew, I did.
Well, we're going to try and bluff your way through it. That's not what Pyramid Turtle looks like. That doesn't look like three hats.
No, that's right. That's Pyramid Turtle.
I know, I'm making it funny. Just go along with it.
I'm making it funny.
I'm making it funny.
You couldn't make a funnier save your life.
Yeah, I mean, you laugh a good few times, so shut the fuck up. I will spark you out, Sonny Jim.
Alright, I see you try me.
Whoa, is that a challenge?
Yeah.
Hmm.
By the way,
Well, then.
what's with Tom's, doesn't matter. It's fine.
What?
It's fine now.
You what now?
I was gonna say the webcam on Tom's when I looked on YouTube, his like head was like cut off.
Yeah, because I had to open the chat and check that link you were putting in. Anyway, first things first, what's everybody been doing this week?
I'm gonna go first.
Whoa, he's got a story, has he?
Yeah. You know. Wait. Do you want the good news or the mediocre news?
I think everybody needs some good news. Oh, this reminds me of The Walking Dead. I'm getting so many feels right there. Everything
Yours for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know how for the past fortnight Skyrim has governed my life.
Yes.
No.
Well, I went on. Shut up, David.
Yeah, shut up.
Shut up.
God!
I went on Amazon and I bought the Elder Scrolls Anthology, which gives you Arena,
Yeah.
Daggerfall, Oblivion, Morrowind, and Skyrim.
Yeah.
I'm obviously not gonna play Skyrim again, but
You will. At some point, you will.
well, yeah.
Just
But,
revisit that. You spend another 2 weeks on it.
now I've got to clear my weekends for the next 8 years to play those 4 games.
Just every waking hour is just dedicated to the Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah.
Oh God, you're doomed, Tom.
Yeah,
It was
that's
nice
weird.
seeing you, but you are doomed now, boy.
That was my story.
Ah, right, David. What about you?
Not much.
Not much.
Just college, like usual. Playing a bit of Brutal Legend.
How
Just
was
been playing
that?
that mostly. So far it's actually canny. So far it's actually canny.
If you're stuck.
No, actually, I told you 5 seconds.
More than 5 seconds ago, mate. That's bullshit.
I told you when we started this, I actually finished it.
What was that when I was trying to concentrate on getting the podcast set up in a hurry because YouTube didn't want to log in, Skype was being a bastard, OBS crashed, and then George bailed.
Yeah.
And then
So-
George just
So my,
failed.
my night's not exactly coming up roses at the moment.
Basically, what I did was I tricked the enemy. It was quite funny what happened.
Whoa!
Sent one
I
of
haven't-
my troops one way and one on the other.
I think I played a little bit of Brutal Legend and I never got around to finishing it. So I
What's
might
with Tom's look on his face?
He looks
I'm
a bit upset.
concentrating.
Oh, yeah. What was it? About, what were you saying
Binding
about
of
Binding of
Isaac.
Isaac? Oh, it doesn't need that much concentration. You liar.
It doesn't.
Well, why is your face like? You saying you're concentrating?
Because I can't
Oh, yeah,
multitask.
I keep forgetting. Oh yeah. I don't know. One of the people in my college class cannot multitask. Like he was talking to us when we were walking up for lunch, and we went, "Kia, watch out!" And he didn't move because there was a person walking in the other direction, and he damn near bashed into them. So it's either he can talk to us or he can walk in the correct direction. We told him to move out of the way, and he was just like, "Nope." Oh, actually, wait a second. That reminds me. I'm going to tell
talk
something.
and move.
No, you can't move in the correct direction and avoid obstacles. Wait a minute, I'm going to stop the Minecraft server because that's going to cause some problems. Also, if my mouse doesn't work, that's also going to cause some problems. Me, why is my fucking mouse not working? Yeah.
So Tom,
Yeah.
since Skyrim's now your like favorite, is Dota like
Let's do it.
Oh
Two
no,
years
no, no,
past
no,
now.
no, no, that's on hold. That's on hold.
that's on hold?
So,
It'll always be a part of him.
oh yeah,
will.
of course. Of course, it's Tom we're talking about here.
I love like someone in the comments like rages about him playing Dota. That'd be funny.
I'm not sure.
I play
think-
Dota, right? I argue with Russians. There's no one who can beat me in an argument.
Not
hate
even Russians. Tom, did you ever hear George say that he didn't like Dota 2?
I don't particularly care.
No, I'm just I'm just asking because he keeps telling me that he likes it, even though I think I've heard him say before he doesn't. I think he just likes it because you play it and he wants to play it with you.
I think he's like a League of Lesbians fan.
Yeah, he's a LoL fan. I am not a fan of MOBAs in general. I believe they are a lesser form of game, but that's for
Because
another
you're
day.
bad at them.
Not because I'm bad at them, because I don't find enjoyment in them.
Go bad at the game.
Well, I am bad at the game, but I will admit I am bad at the game, and I don't enjoy the game. Right. Anyway,
Dead, you're bad at the game.
I had a story, but I can't remember what it was. So
We'll just forget about this then.
it's probably not important.
No, it isn't.
Mate, you're supposed to agree. You bastard. Oh yeah. Another little story with George. He wanted to order a new mic, so he got an Audio Technica 80 2020. And there's two versions of it. You've got the USB one, which will just plug in and off your pop. And then you've got the XLR version, which you need all sorts of guff for. So he had been a pillock, ordered it too quickly, and ordered the XLR version, of which he couldn't use. So he sent that back. And then he messaged another YouTuber, and they said, oh, just use the XLR version with a sound mixer, and you'll be all good. So he's going to reorder the XLR version. He's an idiot sometimes. And then he ordered an adapter so you get a second monitor working again, and it's the wrong one. He doesn't.
Which one did he order?
He
Did he order just like a regular VGA?
No. I think he ordered a. I think it was D. No, wait, was it
DVI-D.
DVID? Yep, that's the
He
one.
ordered that one,
Yes.
and then he realised that doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work because it has no analog anything whatsoever.
Yeah, you just need a regular DVI.
Yeah, I learned that lesson once when I ordered a DVID because nobody had told me, and then I had to wait.
You looked on the back of your graphics card. There was like a DVI slot, a DVI-D slot.
Yeah.
You were like, well, the DVI slot's filled. It must be the other one.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Yeah. Like, I've got on the back of my graphics card, I've got DVI-I, DVI-D, HDMI and DisplayPort, and I plugged my other mic in because I already had a DVI-I converter, and I used that worked fine, and then I plugged my other monitor in, I was like, Why is it not showing up? Now, I read online that those pin-to-pin DVI-D connectors are completely pointless because they don't have any analog pins, so I had to wait another day because I had to order... Well, I ordered a DisplayPort to VGA, which works fine.
Yeah.
Because I think DisplayPort has some kind of analog. If not, it's just a very good converter. Alright, anyway, well, we have a lot to cover, so let us begin. First up, Sony has unveiled the Xperia Z1S. Why is this one on here? I don't usually talk about Sony phones because I've had a little bit of a spat with Sony in the past with crap phones because I had the Xperia U and it sucked. Like, really badly. Like, this one will probably be supported for like 6 months and then just not get supported at all because that's how Sony works. Well, Raving Mad... As soon as I switch over, it pops up with Raving Mad Guy. Now playing Team Fortress 2. That is just Raving Mad Guy in a nutshell.
Oh, God.
He's got 1,000 hours on that game. I don't know how he does it. I honestly don't know.
There is no variation in TF2. I don't...
I know. Small maps, completely samey combat, and it's just I don't know how he does it. It must be the hats. It has to be the hats. I think he's still on a quest to get an unusual hat. So that might be why. Now, one interesting thing with this phone, however, is that unlike usual mini versions of phones, it doesn't actually have lesser spec. Well, of course, the screen is lesser spec because it's smaller, but the internal specs are exactly the same as the Z1, which is very interesting. And obviously, I saw pictures of this phone at CES, and of course, Sony were spraying water all over it because look at us, we make waterproof phones. Why? I don't know. It's just because
4 foot of fresh water was the stress test.
4.9 feet of fresh water.
Not salt water, because if they did that, it'd bugger up.
Yeah, probably.
And
if you don't remember to seal every single one of the ports, it will break.
Yeah.
It's pointless. I don't know why people get waterproof smartphones. It's just...
I know why. Because girls go on smartphones on the loo.
Yes. Oh, yes, my sister has dropped her phone in the loo a fair few times.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's all well and good, but I don't want to be going sticking my hand in the loo to get my phone out.
Oh, well, you know what they're doing now?
I just admit it's gone and then walk out.
You know what they're doing now instead of doing just smartphones?
What?
Well, waterproof smartphone, shall I say?
Yeah.
You know, what's it called? Like, hydrophobic spray for shoes.
Oh yeah.
Spray that on phones, and it repels the water around the phone, so the water doesn't even touch it.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Well, I think you can get. I think it's called Liquipel, which is you send your phone off, and they'll coat it in this hydrophobic stuff, spray. And it looks amazing. I mean, I don't see much point in it. I mean, it'll offer added protection, which is always a good thing.
Be expensive, I'd imagine.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna check it now. Liquipel. We said we were going to be talking about nothing but CES, and this is just not CES. Man. Don't care, Cloudflare, go away. Checking your browser before accessing liquipel.com. It takes forever, and it's pointless. Because I've seen web servers using Cloudflare before, which is DDoS protection, and it just doesn't work. Right, Liquipel your phone. $60 a you some kind of special?
Well,
no, he's some kind of Raven Mad Guy.
I said that to him earlier when I was giving him the code. I said I use some sort of raving mad guy TM.
TM. You trademarked that now, haven't you?
It's trademarked.
I was looking down here and I saw the Samsung Galaxy S3 and I was assuming this meant to get it waterproof. It said $525. I was like, what? And then I realised it's a pre-treated one. So it's fine. I'll let them get away with it. So yeah, it's quite a neat little thing, but again, I mean, added protection is nice, but if you've got to go around sealing all of the ports to stop it getting wet and breaking is just too much effort for me. And
just don't drop it in the toilet.
Yeah, don't be a prat. That's the best protection for smartphones ever. Don't be an idiot, which is a problem for many people.
Like bloody Bailey.
Here's the solution to protecting smartphones. Be smart.
Whoa! Comes to something when your phone's smarter than you.
Oh.
So that is the Z1S, which is it looks nice, but I think it's trying to be too iPhoney with all the glass, so it'll just shatter. And then it's got
by the way, Connor,
it's got that stupid 20 megapixel camera. Yes.
Do you know when I mentioned to you, one of my friends said that the iPhone is better than the phone that you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still going on about it.
iPhone sucks.
I've been yelling at them for like a week.
Yes.
Still going on about it.
Yeah.
It's like Tom and Daughter.
I don't bang on about Dota.
David, you bang on about Dota more than Tom. Right. Anyway, can we move on? So it seems Toshiba are hopping on the whole 4K screens for laptops bandwagon first with their new one. That it looks really bulky, and I'm not a fan of that. Like, I love how everybody's sort of trying to slim down on their computers these days and have like a really sort of mobile computer
Slick design.
Yes, this
You know,
is just
like
this
the
is
laptop
just
that
a
folds
brick.
into, I don't know, a piece of paper.
Yeah. Like, if you look at the laptop from the side, you will not be able to see it. This, however, is just a brick. It is huge.
It's like 2D people. They turn to the side, you're like, oh.
One neat thing, though, is that it'll have NVIDIA Quadro graphics, which tend to be more towards, well, graphics designers and video editors and stuff, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did that say touchscreen? Ooh! It does have touchscreen. That's strange. Now, that one thing I do like about Windows, I will say this, well, Windows 8 anyway, is that it scales really well. Because if you look at a Mac and you put that on a 4K screen, everything is tiny. Like, you cannot click on anything because it's just really small and you have to turn it down to 1080p, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a 4K monitor in the first place. But Windows 8 scales really well. As you can probably see by the picture there. Actually, that's probably a fake picture anyway, so fuck that. But I've seen it scaled and it actually works quite well. Both laptops, what? Considerably thinner, yes. Well, I mean, I was bashing this. I will admit for being a bit bulky, but if it's got things like quadro graphics in and decent specs, then it's
Doesn't really
alright.
matter.
Yeah, as long as it's powerful, it
doesn't really. Well, yeah, you can't really say it doesn't matter what it looks like because.
Yeah, because people will start bashing you.
Yeah.
That reminds me, first day back to college, and I was just bombarded with Macs. Because it was so funny, because it was like
Macs.
No, not in our classrooms, but there was some music students, and they were carrying around MacBooks, and there was a massive convoy of them, and obviously I think they were like rendering a music track or something, because there was just about 5 of them were Macs, and there was 2 carrying these massive hard drives that all of the computers were connected to.
Like, were they connected to internal hard drives?
No, big sort of external hard drives.
All right.
And so it was just a massive convoy of hipsters, essentially. It was just I was scared. And there were talky people as well, which really scared me because us IT folk don't tend to talk to outsiders very much.
No. Like someone comes on and goes, "Oh, that's a nice computer. What are the specs?" And you go like,
"Stay away."
Oh, nervous.
Unless you're one of us, you are not important. I was doing the hissing, and I think I spat all over my screen. It's disgusting. Let's just tidy that up. Anyway, looks like Google are also trying to bring Android to cars. This was, I think, last year. There was news that iOS may be coming to cars, which would probably mean everything would just go bang, clatter, 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 and everything would just break. Because iOS 7 is pretty goddamn terrible. Imagine that. You'd have to have like a really sort of pastel, multicolored car. Because iOS 7. That would just be.
Because iOS 7 said so.
But Android should be interesting considering it's an open platform. But that's the only issue. Then you'd have like a little screen in your car. You'd have Netflix going on it or something like that.
I want a car that talks to me.
Why do you
just
want
have
a car
a
that
conversation with
talks
it on the way?
Because you wouldn't have anybody else in the car to talk to, so you'd rather just have the car to talk to. Fair play.
It's like, Tom, take a left. Shh. The car's talking. It's the car's turn to speak, not yours.
The car has the talking stick. I haven't read up on some of these, so bear with me. So it sounds quite interesting, but what it looks like at the moment from the preview and the video screen, I'm not gonna play it because IGN will probably have me for dinner, which is annoying as hell. So I'm not gonna be playing that. But from that, it looks like it's essentially going to be a tablet which would plug into the car's computer, which would be pretty interesting. I mean, I think I've seen that done before.
You just plug it in and
away
it
you
tells
go.
you where to go.
Basically. Well, you can have sat-nav on your phone anyway, so
Yeah.
this would just... I'm assuming this would just integrate more with the car's stuff. Like, I was watching...
It'd run off the phone's battery, wouldn't it?
Huh? What?
You know when you use like Google Maps on your phone,
yes.
and it's like you press Google Maps, bam, 1%.
Yeah.
It'd use the phone's battery, wouldn't it? Be really
for
weird
sat-nav,
if you used the car's battery.
But this one won't. This one will... This one will obviously use the car battery. I've lost my train of thought now. Thanks, Tom. Anyway, that is quite interesting. Oh yeah, I was watching Click the other day, and in Vietnam they've released a bike which has a iPhone dock in the in between the handlebars, and that will give you sort of data on how the bike's performing because it's an electric one. So it'll give you battery life, range, and stuff like that. So I think that will be a similar concept. Pedal.
As you pedal the bike.
Electric motorbike. Not pedal. Not a pedal bike.
I thought as you pedal it charges the battery, so you're like dun dun dun, dun you know.
No, those things are expensive as hell, and I like them and all, but they're just too expensive. Don't want one. Anyway, what were you saying? You were rambling, and then I interrupted you.
It's just a rambling.
Razer Nabu, this is confusing because the marketing essentially it's sort of like a smartwatch / fitness device, and it's Razer, which means gamers are gonna know about it. So they're essentially marketing a fitness device to gamers, which is a stupid idea.
Oh, I don't like Razer. They're overpriced, and I can find better stuff elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm not saying I use Razer. I'm just saying that I don't mind them.
Yeah. I don't mind their presence.
You don't mind them when they're there.
Their
It's when they get in your face.
Don't put your stuff in my face.
John Smith is calling. Is he? Okay. So this looks pretty interesting. It's got 2 OLED displays, one on the top to give you little icons, and then one at the bottom to give you more detail. And it'll measure things like, it'll use GPS data, yes. So we can do things like steps walk, distance travel, stairs climbed, and all that. One neat thing that I saw though was that if you shook somebody's hand, it would actually share contact data, which was scary. I don't like that. Like I shake somebody's hand and they know everything about me. I don't want that to happen. That's just no.
Some Sherlock Holmes shit.
Yep, and it's obviously using the classic Razer facade of black and green, so it's obviously gonna stand out. Like George has got those those bright green Razer headphones.
Yeah.
He's got those and he brings them to college. They are the squeakiest things known to man. It's brilliant. Like whenever he takes it on, it's just like when it moves, it squeaks. It's so funny. Well, like it squeaks and creaks, so it's like and then every time he moves them, and it gets annoying after a while, but other than that, it's quite funny. Oops. Well, that's a stupid device anyway, so let's just go over that.
Anyway, go on the next one.
Samsung are releasing more tablets. Yeah, more tablets. Yay! So this is
they've got enough.
A refresh of their Galaxy Tab and Galaxy Note tablets, I guess, maybe. But these are the Tab Pro and the Note Pro, which is stupid. Because
they think they're pro.
I don't know why.
The Note Pro X Snipes Killer
MLG 360 no scope.
Yeah.
I think they think that they've got pro skills.
They do. And they're making... The annoying thing is they're making a UI similar to Windows Phone, and it's scary. It's like tiles. Why is everybody going for tiles these days? It's annoying.
Because they think it's fun.
Yes. I still don't get why Samsung are still doing 2 lines of tablets, though. Because the only difference between the Note Pro and the Tab Pro is the S Pen. That's it, I think.
To see you write stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the S Pen's actually a really nice addition, but So I would rather they just concentrate on the Note tablet rather than the Tab. I mean, the Tab's probably a little bit cheaper because it doesn't have a fancy schmancy pen in it, but
It's got to be other differences other than just that.
most likely. But that's all I see.
It doesn't need anything.
Well, it says up here. I mean, it says both tablets feature 2560 by 1600 super clear LCDs. I thought they would have used AMOLED. Oh well. 3 gigs of RAM, 32 and 64 gig storage with micro SD card support. Tablets will be available with either a Samsung Exynos 5 octa-core processor for the Wi-Fi only and 3G models, or a 2.3 GHz quad-core Snapdragon 800 for the LTE models. Which is, I don't use. I don't know.
You wouldn't really know.
I know
what would be good and
yeah. Well, if you want to use super fast data on your on your tablet, the Snapdragon.
If you want to read.
If you want to read.
If you want,
I'd probably just
if you want to load up a web page in more than 3.5 years, then LTE is a good step in the right direction. Problem is, it's expensive as hell. The data plans aren't all that good because you'll just burn through the data instantly, and it's just it uses too much power. But the octa-core processor is interesting because it's not one octa-core processor in itself. I think it's 2 processors, one lower powered than the other. And when it's not doing very graphically intensive stuff, it will use the lower powered, and then it'll kick in the higher powered one when it needs to. So it'll save battery.
That's normal, isn't it? A lot of things are doing that now.
Not that I know of. There will be a couple.
I know a couple of things. Like it's mostly phones that do that now.
Well, yeah, because battery life on phones is abysmal. I mean, I've got to have a big fucking case on mine so it'll last a day. Well, I don't have it.
An exterior plastic case helps battery life, does it?
Yes, because it's got something in it called an extra battery.
Mine's got a little stand. Keeps it up.
You need so much effort to do
mine's got
that.
a stand as well, but it snapped off, so I had to glue it back on, so it doesn't work
It's
anymore.
snapped off. How do you manage to snap it off?
Because when I'm sleeping, I've got like these metal shelves next to my bed, and since the blue lights on it glow like it's nobody's business and annoy me, I stick it on there. When I was pulling it out, the stand decided to deploy and go in between the bars, and I kind of pulled it out and it snapped. It was a cheap piece of crap anyway, so I just glued it back on because I didn't want to have that gap there because there's stupid glossy plastic behind it rather than the soft touch you usually get, and then there would be a big gap in the back, so I just glued it on. Found it, glue, and there we go. Bob's your uncle. You've got a fake kickstand on it now. It works somewhat well. It works for everything except its primary use. It looks pretty.
Yeah,
Primary use.
Its primary use of making my phone stand up.
Wow. So much effort went into that.
Yeah. Well, it actually came in quite handy, but then obviously I lost it, which is annoying. Ooh, this one looks quite nice. Pebble have released a new smartwatch, which is made of steel.
Smartwatch.
Yes.
Yes.
I've seen those, but only on like Kickstarter.
Well, you do browse Kickstarter quite a lot.
Yeah. I know where it's at.
So this is a very much differentiated phone. Not a phone.
Watch.
It's a watch. Yeah, I'm too busy talking about phones. A watch
Too
to the
tired
old.
for words.
Too tired for words. I woke up at 8:20. I've been awake for like an hour, so I'm still very slow indeed. A deviation from the plastic version of yesteryear, and we now have a very nice looking steel version, which will probably be really, really. Oh yeah, there we go. Really expensive at $249. Yeah, no, no thanks.
You're totally going to pay that?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
See, if I was gonna get a smartwatch, for that kind
I'd
of
pay
price,
that
I'd
much
get
for a smartwatch, but smartwatch, but it has to be
Smartwatch.
it has to be pretty damn sexy and pretty damn good.
It has to be. It has to do everything for me.
It has to do everything. It can't not like the ones nowadays. That I don't know. I mean, now the ones they don't even cook your breakfast.
No. You want if you're paying that price for a watch, you want it to wake up before you in the morning and get you some bacon done.
Like it wakes up, it goes down and has breakfast. It has a shower, and then it wakes me up.
Yeah. It gets everything ready. You'll be able to wake up naturally to the smell of bacon in the morning. And it'll have everything ready to you. It'll wave to you as you walk down the stairs, rubbing your eyes as you slowly wake up. Who needs a spouse when you've got a watch?
You should bring like a girl home, and the watch is like, "Who's this?" Like she leaves, and she's like,
It gets really
well,
jealous
who
and
was
then,
she?
and then attempts to wipe out the human race, but then it remembers that it's a watch and it gets defeated fairly quickly.
Well, who was she?
It's like, well, who's this one then? It gets really badly jealous.
Do you mind if I ask what your relationship with her is?
It starts getting really sassy. We come up with the weirdest of things, don't we? Who the hell's so oh, I see how it is.
Is it another variation?
Somebody
of
has just
tap-
made a Mahusive group call in Skype, and that's really whoa. Okay, that's broken everything now. They've made like a massive group call in Skype, and luckily I'm in this one, so I didn't have to go in there. So it's lucky they did it now because I don't have to go in, which is brilliant. And it's got Josh in it, so I'm not a fan of that. Like I don't talk to Josh anymore. And I'm glad about that, to be quite honest.
Which Josh is it again?
Ian.
Oh yeah,
Stephen.
I remember.
Yes. But I will.
What was that picture that you had of him before? You know.
Which one? Oh,
I think
the dancing one.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that. I think it's on my hard drive actually. I don't know whether I still got it.
Shit, we could use that when we're,
I'm
on
gonna.
our break.
I'll send it to Tom if I can find it because it is quite funny.
We can't use it on our break. That'd be funny.
No, we're not having it on the break. Right. Well, I'll have a troll through later and see if I can find it because it is quite funny. Right. On to the Valve announcement.
I just completed the Binding of Isaac again.
Isn't this when we usually have our break, by the way?
Oh yeah, it's break time, so we'll talk about that after. Alright, so we're gonna take our half-time break now, and I'll hold the Skype call as usual. So do that. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're gonna take a quick half-time break, so we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TMM podcast CES edition with myself, the Mining Miner, Blair1266, and Tom 5005. I will get them back in a timely manner. Hello. Oh, Tom's bailed. And David's got his headset off. David, put your headset on!
You know, I could hear you.
I don't care. Still put your headset on. Why is Skype?
Oh, I
coming
was
up?
talking to someone. That's the reason why I
Whoa,
took
whoa,
it.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes, I know, people.
Do you want a barn asshole here? I'm gonna wait for Tom to get back because he does not approximate the length of the break very well.
I think he thinks it's 10 minutes.
He thinks it's fucking half an hour.
uh,
I'm guessing he's gone on a Weetabix and or Bovril Bale.
5 seconds later, you just see Weetabix on his like
Yeah.
desk when he's just coming up.
Yeah, probably.
I just want for some Weetabix.
Don't want a Weetabix Bale.
Don't worry, don't. I'll
can see
still
all
be
of
able
his,
to do
you can
this.
see all of his random wares on his bedside table there. He didn't even
Yes.
make the bed before he started. Fucking hell.
Eh.
Actually, I'm gonna leave that group or whatever.
How long's it been since you talked to Josh?
It's probably over a year now.
Oh, that was.
I'm expecting him to still be the same as he was. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say because things.
Things.
I'm not gonna bother ranting today because that's not what we're here for.
I was gonna say, since we're back, we might as well talk about a topic.
Yes, we will talk about
Because
eeny,
that way
meeny,
it's
miny,
like
steam
doing it.
machines will leave for now. I know he's back. I can hear him. Ah! I've just realised Skype isn't... Oh, no, it's fine. Okay.
Did you get Weetabix? Did you get a Bovril?
Ooh.
Who knows?
Hello?
Head off. What did you get?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Weetabix show. You get to
Yes.
see me watch.
We
eating
knew
Weetabix.
it was going to be Weetabix or Bovril. We didn't know which one it was going to be, though.
Check back with me in 3 minutes' time, where I'll give you the final verdict on this
On this
Weetabix.
Weetabix. Right, anyway, are we going to discuss the pointless thing that is the steam machine?
Yes.
Yes. Let's do it. There have been 30 manufacturers announced for steam machines, all of which have a wide plethora of different hardware things. And some of them actually still support Windows, natively, of course. Which, well, technically I think all of them would support Windows, but some of them just say SteamOS, which is a bit weird. I don't know whether that's if it ships with Windows, which would be quite neat, but... eh. Like, whoa, don't scroll up. Like, some of these actually look quite nice, but particularly things like the iBuyPower one, it looks like a bit of a cheap box, to be honest. Like, some of these look really quite crap. You were complaining... Which one was you were complaining about?
For me,
Yes.
I was complaining about the alien one. Alienware one.
The Alien... Well, no, there was another one that
No,
looked like a...
always
The Alienware
the
one
real
actually
one.
looks really quite nice. I will admit.
I'll go and look for it. I know what it looks
Paying
like.
for the name, though, aren't you?
Yeah, basically. It wasn't the first CyberPower one looks quite nice as well. With some nice
below.
little green lights on the front. I'm just having a look. That's exactly the same picture.
Oh, Origin.
Scan. Was it the scan one? Oh no, the scan one looks like a really, really flat box. It's weird.
Oh, I wouldn't mind having the Bolt 2 sitting in my living room.
The Bolt 2, which one's... Oh, the Digital Storm one.
It was the
Ooh.
Zotac one.
Zotac. Oh yeah, Zotac. Yeah, that one looks pretty neat, but it's just essentially a big tower, which leads me on to what I was going to say in the first place, was that it seems the Steam machine has become so utterly fragmented that it's going to be difficult to compare it to consoles, which is basically what it was meant to do in the first place. That, and the one with a $600,000... It might as well be. I was going to do it again. $6,000 price tag is not going to help matters much. Because, I mean, the Falcon Northwest, isn't this one which is... yeah, it is basically just a PC. The Steam machine is meant to sit in the living room and you can play video games on it. Well, I mean, you can play video games on it by all means. But it's $6,000. I can build a PC with exactly the same specs much
I can get a
cheaper
couple of
than that.
GTX Titans.
Yeah. I mean, I could build a PC that's exactly the same size as that one for cheaper. It really defeats the purpose. Like things
With
like
GTX
things
Titans.
things like the Alienware one, that'll fit under your TV. Things like the CyberPower one, that'll fit under your TV. And these things are run SteamOS, and they have low enough specs, and especially the CyberPower one has a price tag of $499, which is console money. I would just use it as a streaming box. You only need it for a streaming box. If you've I thought we were going to be like sort of 3 tiers. You'd sort of have your bottom of the range, which would be for streaming all your games from a higher powered PC, like your gaming PC that you've already got, to your TV in another room. And then your sort of entry level dedicated gaming machine which would play some games on medium settings maybe, and then your big sort of high end. But it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
They really need to start getting their act together, though. I mean, I'm not even sure Valve knows what they're talking about when it comes to Steam machines. The textbook definition of it is it runs SteamOS, but I can have one of my PCs. I mean, when SteamOS is finally released, I will be putting
All over that.
SteamOS on, or I'll be dual booting SteamOS onto my laptop, so I won't need a Steam machine. And I would assume most people would do the same thing. If only just for the in-home streaming, which will be a very good feature and all, but I'm not going to pay $6,000 for a PC that will be used in the living room. If you're going to pay that kind of money, just get one that you're going to use traditionally and build it, which would
You get two.
make
You
things a
get
lot
one traditionally and one in the living room.
cheaper. Yeah.
Connor,
Yes.
have you seen this Steam machine?
Which one?
Both the GTX Titans.
That one.
Titan's pointless. There are so many graphics cards that are more powerful than it.
Excuse me, but two GTX Titans. No.
What?
Two GTX Titans. You have. Oh.
Well, the Falcon Northwest, that's what we were talking about. The pointless $6,000 one.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say the colours.
If I had two GTX Titans. Oh.
Well, you could get two GTX 780 Ti's, which are a lot quicker, or two R9 290Xs, which are quicker, but they will heat your room up like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
You need like multiple everything for that.
I was gonna say, Connor.
Yeah.
If Valve did release their own Steam machine, what do you think it would be like?
Well, I would think it would be something similar to the beta Steam machine that they've been sending out.
I thought you were gonna say better.
I signed up for that.
I didn't get it.
Didn't get one.
No, because they restricted it to US only.
Yeah.
Because they're bastards like that.
They love doing that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I hate it when like they'll only ship to the US and it's all and there's like something you want and you're like
You sort of die inside. Oh, he got Bovril as well.
Hey,
no, this is hot chocolate.
We got hot chocolate as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say that.
There's no more.
I know it's hot chocolate.
Let's go back over to Tom. Have you got your verdict on your Weetabix?
I do.
Oh.
I left none of it. I was quite peckish, but how it didn't have the distinctive Weetabix taste. It was more milk than Weetabix.
It's very, very milky
I
Weetabix.
expected more
Oh,
of you.
must try harder.
Yeah.
He's like ordering it around. We must try harder next time.
You give it an A for effort.
4 out of 10 would not operate.
So how do I know that's hot chocolate?
Eh?
That doesn't help.
It's very
Hang on.
nondescript.
There, look, hot chocolate. It's not Bovril.
Hell yeah.
I can't believe you're arguing on whether or not that's hot chocolate. That's just, you two are stupid.
He started it, Mum.
I mean,
And I'll end it.
Don't get me started, I'm ending it.
yeah. You know what I feel sorry for? The child of a gay couple who is forever stuck in the loop of go and ask your mother.
Oh, God.
That would just be terrible. This is David. You put the same thing twice.
Did I?
Yes.
Which one?
The Google Android to cars and the Nvidia PC Core Tegra 1 thing is exactly the same, unless I clicked on the wrong link before. Wait a minute.
I have no idea where the hell you are.
No, it's exactly the same.
It says on my screen you're clicking on the Android to cars one.
Yeah, I was going back to check that one. They are exactly the same. God damn it, David, with your weird topic ways. This one, the Nvidia bridges mobile and PC gaming with 192 core Tegra K1. That is exactly the same as the. Well, it's got exactly the same video as the thing.
I thought you might want to get this one. Go.
Well, I'll have a quick look on it.
I tried to be even nice, you know.
Built on a Tegra 4. It's another Nvidia tablet, which is just not required.
I try my best.
Yeah.
But my best isn't good enough for you, is it?
No. Of course not.
It never is.
No. So I think this is think this one's sort of trying to be a competitor to the Razer Edge, which is Razer's attempt at a mobile gaming tablet. If you didn't already know, which is expensive as hell.
I know.
Sorry,
It's like £3,000. I don't know.
something like that.
Maybe.
But this is Nvidia's stab at it, and supposedly, when you're just looking at raw power, it has specs comparable to the
When
Xbox
you're
One
looking at
PS4.
raw power, you're like, you just got it in your hands. You're like,
Anyway, it's supposed to, in theory, provide the same sort of horsepower as the next-gen consoles, which is probably not very much. Anyway, so obviously Nvidia are sticking their heads up their asses again, calling their new processor a 64-bit dual-core super-core CPU. It's a processor.
I wonder how much horsepower 4 horses have.
I'm not even going to
4,
answer that.
maybe.
Yeah, but what if one's really buff? Surely it'd be like 4.5. It's because of that one buff one.
Yeah, but you're going into technicalities which aren't required. Well, not even. This is a podcast where we talk about tech and gaming news, not horses.
I like horses.
We've gone from the TMM podcast to the Finders podcast.
Oh my god, 20% CPU usage. What are you doing?
What?
What?
You've got 20% CPU usage. I've got 93.
90.
Oh, it's got down to
Oh, wow.
45. It's like I think my computer sort of knows when Task Manager's open, because I opened Task Manager, it was like 95, and then it went down to like 45.
Everyone, shh, calm down, calm down.
He's looking. He knows what we're doing.
Oh god, he's looking. Shh, shh.
David, so
And it's like,
his phone.
is he buying it? And it's like on 20%.
Yeah.
Is he buying it? And you look away, it goes back up.
Yeah.
You look back and you're like,
Yeah, but
ah.
I'll close Task Manager for a little while and then open it back up and see what happens. Right, 3, 2, 1. 81. Ah, see, it did it. Open Task Manager is on 81%.
It's like, I got you.
Ah, I know what you're doing. I was going down to like
I know your
45%. I know
Do you
your
really?
angle.
Do you really?
Now, this is the keyboard I was talking about before. It looks amazing. Oh my god.
Is
know
it
it
in the
does.
shed with me?
Yes, it's in the dome.
Razer.
Is it in the shed with
Razer
me?
one?
What do you mean Razer one? No. The Corsair keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, I want this keyboard. It's got Cherry MX Blue switches, which is exactly what I want, and it has per key illumination. It just looks. Ooh. Oh man.
We'll just say,
My
ooh.
keyboard does that.
Yeah,
You know, where it
but
lights
my
up different
keyboard
parts of the
does that.
keyboard.
huh?
You know where it lights up different parts of the keyboard?
Yeah.
Mine does that.
Yeah, but
I've got like
yours
this bit's
probably isn't
green, this bit's
mechanical.
red, this bit's orange.
Yours probably isn't mechanical though.
No, it's not.
No. This one
No.
is. I really want this keyboard, but it's going to be expensive as hell. I mean, backlit
Does it
key
have wrist
switches.
rests?
No.
Mine does.
Whoa!
You know, I'm not flipping, smacking my wrist off the table when I'm wasting.
What? Well, my desk got like sort of a chamfered edge, so you can just sort of rest your hand on that.
Oh,
It's
no,
quite nice.
mine is like, mine
Yours
is
is
like
just pointy.
sharp as like a cold steel boggin.
Mine used to be, and it hurt like hell. But this one's got a nice sort of chamfered edge, and it's. Yeah, this keyboard does look really nice though. Supposedly it promises, I think it's something like 16.9 million colours, which actually seems to be.
I only know of like 10 colours. Like red, blue,
It's all like
green,
it's all like the
yellow,
shades like midnight blue
uh,
and cherry blossom red
aqua
or whatever.
green, blue.
Yeah, all the different colours of the rainbow, and it has different modes
Show
as
this
well.
up,
Which
like
is,
red, yellow, green, and pink, orange, and blue. There's only like 7 colours in the rainbow.
that wasn't even like red, orange, green, pink,
Red, and
amber.
yellow, and pink, and green, purple, orange, and blue. Yeah, there's only like 7.
Yeah. But then you have the sort of bits between the colours, which are different colours in themselves.
We don't talk about those.
We don't go there.
We don't talk about those.
The last person who talked about those was Headless Dave, and we know what happened to him.
Last person who talked about those was Headless Dave, and
We all know where he went.
he's got no arms.
Dave has no arms. God damn it.
You can all have
Guys,
that one for free.
where's my arms?
What the point? Where's your foot neck?
Oh, it's also got no head.
That as well. That could really put a crimp on somebody's day.
I think I'm crying inside.
Oh my god. Complete the full game 7 times. I just got that chi for Binding of Isaac.
Oh, I don't want to get claimed by
So
Linus Tech Tips.
sevens
You get-
everywhere.
Well, I couldn't find an article on this one, but it's the. All right, no wonder I'm searching for the wrong thing. Wait a minute.
Metal Gear hang on, can I put a topic in? It's
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
take 10 seconds, honestly. It's just a little,
Is this
like
is this a rant of yours?
it's just like a reflection topic. You know, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance,
Yes.
25 gigabytes.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a rather large file.
Phew. Like my friend, he's like he's like black, and I was like,
Is that going to make sense later?
no, it's
black.
not. It's not. If
He's
it's
just
Dark
black.
Knight, it'll blend in. But he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna get Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance." And I was like, "Oh, is it any good?" He was like, "Oh yeah. It's also 25 gigabytes." I was like, "What?"
The largest game I've downloaded for a long time, Splinter Cell Blacklist, and that was about 18 gigs.
Yeah.
I like how Tom
I
said
just
that.
like TF2.
I don't know. Yeah, I've probably already told you that story, so I'm not going to bother. The story
I
of the one where I went down to Gadget Show Live, and we were sitting in the sort of cafe area of the hotel, and somebody's black friend walked in, and then the smile, and he went, "Oh man, I didn't see you until you smiled." I was like, "Well."
He's got his eyes closed, his mouth closed, and he was like,
Oh god.
Anyway, should I reinforce that we're not racist here?
Yeah, that would be handy. I know that was right. There isn't articles on this anywhere, but it's quite interesting. It's basically what it is a wireless mouse which charges via induction that is in the mouse pad.
Yeah, I've heard of wireless mice where what was it? Oh yeah, you know the receiver is also the charger.
Oh yeah, I used to have
Heard
one of
of
those.
that.
David's got one of those. But this one's quite interesting because I mean it'll obviously it'll operate over a stupid little dongle which is crap in every single way, but you'll basically never run out of battery on it, and it's brilliant because it's since the charging is in the mouse pad, it will charge as you use it, and that would come in extremely handy because I've had a few times where my mouse has died on me. Well, my old one anyway. This one hasn't yet. This one's just shite.
That's the only problem is if you bugger up the mouse mat.
Yeah.
If you like, I don't know, you spill coffee on it and it just sort of.
Well, that's the beauty of induction
Angles.
charging. It doesn't conduct through that. It looks like a pretty sort of airtight kind of thing. Watertight, should I say. We need to find some more stuff because we've just steamed everything. If you're
Can we
pardon the pun.
put more stuff on?
Yeah, go on.
Alright, okay.
I
I won't be long.
There was another thing. Oh crap! We haven't talked about Project Christine. Didn't I put that on? I think I might have skipped over it. Whoops. Project Christine. Have you not seen this?
Nope.
It's basically a big modular PC by Razer, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Click on the link. It looks pretty. Oh. Stop it with your ads! I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show Project Christine. I don't care about your stupid adverts. Go away.
PlayStation now What are you doing, David?
I'm adding a
David,
topic in. He said add a topic in.
that's not CES stuff. Keep it on topic. But this looks. It looks pretty damn cool. It doesn't look possible, but it looks cool. I mean, what it is essentially a PC whereby the motherboard is like the stand in the middle, and then you just buy different modules to work with it. It's probably going to be expensive as hell, but it looks pretty damn cool. And the best thing about it is it is fully water cooled. Actually, no, I think it's mineral oil cooled. So
Mineral oil cooled.
yes. So basically, it has. Can I find a picture with the connectors? Wait a minute. If I don't mash the keyboard.
I'll be getting more topics in if you.
Cool.
But
Images.
Tom, stop putting woo in it.
I'm not.
And bah, stop doing this.
No, it's Bale. It's gonna be Bale.
Stop putting Bale on a document. I'll take away your editing privileges. Don't make me
Like
turn
to
this
see
car
you-
around.
I'd like to see you try.
Oh, you
I
challenging
have
me?
Bale done already.
Has somebody publicly shared this document? Because it wasn't. Oh no, shared publicly.
Control C, Control V.
There we go. Done.
I
Yeah, with some issues there, Tom.
I wrote us.
You have some problems putting more Bale in there, eh?
Oh, I finished the Bale.
Right, what have you done? Nothing else? Nothing else. Okay, cool. Right, after that, right, let's talk about this. Let's get back on topic, shall we? And, of course, my thing's not on. Hey, here we go. So, essentially, it's a completely proprietary connector called Razer. Obviously, you'll have to... I'm hoping they'll make this an open standard, because then Razer's going to make an absolute killing on this. It looks amazing, but it's going to be expensive. So, basically, how the water cooling works is there are automatically opening and closing valves on the sides of the connectors, and essentially it'll flow through there. So it looks like it'll work pretty well, but I'm just wondering how the motherboard would work, because obviously that is not going to... A motherboard is not going to fit in that tower. So I would assume that each part will have its own sort of section with all the controllers and stuff, and then all of those will essentially just go somewhere, I don't even know where. Like, it confuses me greatly. But I guess it helps somebody who wants to, like, sort of start getting into building PCs. Tom, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Your camera's froze on a really funny...
Wait, what? What?
I'm print screen that.
No, right.
That is-
I'm not having any satisfaction.
I print screened it, mate.
Already done. Put your camera back on. Oh,
I print
Jesus.
screened it.
Oh no, I can't put call on deface because it doesn't like it. Oh. Oh, that was pretty funny.
That is what is known as looking gormless, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
goal, he's just way. He looks thrilled with something. I thought he was just taking the piss, and then I just realised he was just thingy. Okay, anyway, can we get back onto this then?
No.
One thing I'm confused about is how the connections for all of the devices can be standardized. Because surely a CPU would have to have a lot more pins than something like, say, I don't know, a graphics card or RAM or something. But then it comes to the point of compatibility. Like, for example, different processors have different sockets for a reason, because of different sort of compatibility. So sticking a motherboard right in the middle of the tower, which will mean that you'll have to buy a different different tower every time you want to change the motherboard if you want to upgrade your processor.
Yeah.
Because I very much doubt it's going to be compatible with every processor under the sun, even if there are standardized connections for the modules. So it does confuse me greatly when it comes to the subject of compatibility, but it looks pretty nice. Like, I mean, it's sort of... I dare say this, but it's sort of Apple-esque design because it's very sort of industrial and aluminium-y and
Smooth.
smooth. That's the one.
Like,
But then, of course, it's got
no
Razer.
blemishes anywhere.
It's got green lights everywhere, so it's obviously a Razer. And
Yeah.
then the Geek Fuck Off Razer logo on the side. Ah, there's a better picture of the connector. So, I mean, I'm assuming these ones are for power and then that one's for data, I would think. And then these are obviously the valves for the cooling. And then it has a weird sort of control panel on the front. I mean, it looks good, but I fail to see it work. I don't see it working very well. I mean, this is obviously just a concept at the moment. And they're going to
it's
try...
Razer. They're gonna find a way to
Okay.
make it work.
Yeah, they'll find a way. And I just realised I didn't have the thing showing on the... there we go. So that's the connectors there. They'll find a way. They will find a way. Depending on the demand, which would seem to be quite high at the moment, which is nice and all, but it's going to be expensive. It will be. And that's not something we're going to be able to avoid anytime soon. So it's good for somebody who wants to get into sort of quote unquote building a PC, but knows nothing about it. Like, I mean, it's literally just take a module out, put another module in, and you can customize it to your leisure, really.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to stick another graphics card in and take out, like, what, a hard drive or something, and replace it with a graphics card, then by all means, do it.
Mm.
And it will allow you to mix and match to a higher degree that a normal PC doesn't tend to offer. Like, I don't know whether it would offer multiple CPU support as well, but it may do, and that would be a very, very compelling option. Were you going to say something there?
No,
Alright, cool.
I'm just thinking. I don't know.
Just,
So are we gonna use the other topics I've added, or are we
we'll
ending it
probably
here soon?
discuss
Oh,
one more.
1 minute.
These aren't exact. Well, PlayStation Now is technically CES, so we'll talk about that one. It's if you haven't already heard, PlayStation have announced their PlayStation Now feature, which I'm assuming is
right about now.
right about now.
Right
From
about
Soul
now.
Brother. Anyway, this is what it is. It will basically stream, I think it's PS3 games to a PS4, a PS Vita, 2014 Bravia TVs, Sony Vaio laptops, and some mobile devices.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting thing. But then,
Sony mobile devices.
of course, well, they're just going to give it to everybody, because that would be a stupid idea. Well, it would be a stupid idea for Sony. So, but then the interesting thing is that all they're recommending is a 5 megabit per second download connection, which is very low, especially for something like game streaming.
5 megabit.
That's really slow.
That's what 600 kilobytes per second.
No, 5 megabits.
5 megabits.
Yes.
Yeah, but it obviously. Hang on.
Well, let's put it in perspective. I'm getting 60 megabits down, roughly. You're probably getting, what was it, 100 last time?
Yeah.
No, we discussed it, yeah. So, I mean, David's obviously out the runs because he's got really crazy.
You don't get to compete.
Yeah, David doesn't get to compete on this one.
God, I can tell you how bad mine is if
Oh,
you
yeah.
want,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's his
It
choice.
comes to something when, last week, wasn't it? You had to come around to my house to download games.
Yes.
Because you needed to use my internet because it's quicker than yours. That was quite funny. So I don't think it's going to work all that well on a 5 megabits per second down connection, because that is just insane, and I do not see it working. Very weird. Very,
I'm just
very
gonna
weird.
hide in a corner.
It sounds like a good service, but I mean, obviously, since it's proprietary Sony technology, I'm not going to be able to use it. But other than that, it does seem to be a very compelling service. If you do own a PS4, I think it's PS4, Vita, then Sony TV, laptop, or mobile.
Yeah.
So it seems interesting. I think it will be quite good because I think it's using the Gaikai system, which Sony acquired sometime last year. So that should be pretty good. Alright, anyway, that pretty much wraps up our CES edition of the TMM podcast. So I would like to thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. See you later. I can't find the... Oh, there it is.